menu here with the help of HTML and CSS. Let me show you. These icons are coming from the font, not from the font awesome, but from the Google Material icons. These are the icons. Here is a page that I have already created. I have given some styles to speed up the process since this is a long thing to do. Within my CSS, I have added the offline material icons support. Here is the thing. Then I have styled the body and the header. Now let's start creating the elements to design this thing. Within the header, I am going to do everything. I have given the header a class of header only. I am going to use the sections. First, I will make a logo section. Instead of divs, I will use sections. Within the logo section, now we need to create a left logo. This is going to be an article. Again, it's a semantic element given by HTML5. Article, it should be logo left. Within this, now we need to add the logo. I have already copied the links of these icons, so I do not have to look for them. What is the first one? This is the language icon. That's a kind of globe icon. Then we have another thing. I will create a div. Within this, now we need to create a p element, code lab, again a p element. We write code. I will make it smaller. Outside the icon, we need to add another icon, that is the unfold more. That is the icon. If I show you know how it is working, it's like this. I have started the live server also. That speeds up the process. We are done with the first section, it seems so. Yes. Now we need to create another section. That section is going to be search. Within the search, we first need to create a form. Within the form, we have to add an input. Text is fine. Add a placeholder. Call it search. Within the form itself, add an img tag. I am going to use an image for the search icon because the search icons within the Google material icons is not so nice. To access this folder, just press the /. Now you have the access to the img folder. Here is this icon that I'm going to use. Just give it any name, meaningful name. Also, now you need to add another thing, that is a command icon. For that purpose, I will use a div. That makes sense over here. Within this div, now first it should be the command icon. That icon is over here. Then a p element, just to write the 1. We are done with the search form. Now outside the form, let's create the articles. Call it icons search IC icons, just to give the name. Within this, first let's create a div. That makes sense over here, and give it left icons. What is the first icon? Let's just write anything. I will be using an inbox for this. Inbox. Then there should be a text, inbox box. Then create another div. I could use an article also. Well, let's create a div. Could give it a class also, but no, it's okay. What should we have over here? We have to add this thing, this thing, command icon and a p. Where I was over here. Instead of 1, it should be 2. We can repeat this again, this article. Left icon, that's fine. Search icons, yes. Just duplicate it. Instead of inbox, here I will write database. That will automatically change the icon. That's the beauty of this material icons. Again, duplicate this. This time I will have to use another icon. I will call it CLENDAR underscore today. Let's see if that works. I will refresh the page to see if things are getting added. Yes, that's working. Now we need to style this whole search thing. Start search, display flex. Flex direction should be column, means top to bottom. That makes sense. Also make sure within the header, whatever span element is there, that's an icon, its size should be smaller. Scale to 0.7. Yeah, that's nice, not a problem. Maybe 8. 7 is okay because we are limited with the space. Now we have to style the individual things within the search. Within the search, first we have this search bar, search input, its type is text. Let's style this first. What we need to do is border radius of 8 pixels. Let's see if that works. Yes, we need to remove the border to be, and when in none, we need to add a background color. Light blue works fine. Its width should be 290 pixels. That's fine. Now we need to give the padding of 10 pixels at the top, 10 pixels in the right side, 10 pixels in the bottom, and a bigger value on the left side. So we have the space to add this search icon. That's nice. Now let's give this search whole element, or just this, a position of relative. Now within the search class or the section, whatever img tag, we have just one img tag, that's the search icon. Its position should be absolute. What happened? Absolute. Now let me see if I can work on this. On the left, it should be 10 pixels. That has disappeared. This is not the place to add this value. I will add this value to the whole search thing. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Now we need to make it smaller. Transform, make it smaller, maybe 0.7. That works. Should work, yes. At the top, 10 is, left is 10 is okay. From the top, how about 6 pixels? Or maybe 12 pixels, maybe 8 pixels, or 4 pixels. That's fine. This makes sense. Now we have to style this command icon. Where is this command icon? Unfold more. Search. Where is this command icon? This command icon is within the div. We have not given it any class. So within the search, no, I should give it a class. CMD1. That seems nice. Dot CMD1. Its position should be absolute as well. From the right, how about 10 pixels? From the top, how about 4 pixels? Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's fine. CMD1 should be displayed as flex. Align items in the center. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we have load the size of the p within the HTML. So the 1 2 3 is looking smaller, not a problem, we can adjust that. Instead of 10, how about 14 pixels? That's fine. I think this is fine for now. Instead of this very bright color, we can make it a bit lighter. How about this color? That's nice. Now let's style the icons beneath it. We have the search icons. Search ICUN icons. ICUN icons. Display flex. Justify content to distribute around the whole width. That is already working. Align items in the center. Does that make sense? It will make. Now within the search icons, we have like left icons and right icons. I think just the left icons. Let's style that. Display flex. Let's see if that works. Again, align items in the center, and that's fine. What is the class of these icons on the right side? So within the search icons, we have another div. Let's give it a class of R icons, and again over here R icons. Have I repeated it twice? Yes. So class RICONS. Just like the left icons, the R icons too should be displayed as flex. I'm just going to duplicate R icons, and that's working fine. Now we need to give some space to the left icons. Within the left icons, where is the P element? Yes, within the left icons, whatever is the P element, it should have a margin to the left of around 14 pixels. So there is some nice space, and that is fine. Right icons or icons should have a margin to the right of around 14 pixels, so it is not like going to the extreme edge. Now search icons should have a margin at the top, so it is not getting struck. How about 18 pixels? That's fine. Yes, we are done with this as well. We can change all those values easily. I have already styled the first, but why that is not working nicely? Oh, we have not styled the first section yet. What is the name of that section? That is the logo, it seems so. Display flex. Justify content. Space between. That's fine. Within the logo, what do we have? We have the logo left. Yes. Within the logo left, what we have? The text and the logo. So logo left. Display flex again. That's nice. Within the logo left, we have a div, and that div should have the margin of, what is that margin, to the left side of 14 pixels, so the text has some breathing space. That's fine. Also the logo should have a margin at the top, so it is not going all the way to the edge of the header. That's fine. Also margin at the bottom, how about 18 pixels again? That seems fine. Yeah, we can adjust some values later on to make it beautiful. Now what we need to do, we need to add a line, this line at the bottom. For that purpose, I will just add an HR element to the HTML file after the section's end. The section ends over here, so let's say an HR horizontal divider that has been added. Now what we need to do is to the whole header, no, not the whole header, to the search. Yes, it should have a padding at the bottom of about 18 pixels. That's fine. Now also we need to make sure within HTML whatever HR element, that is horizontal element, is there, its opacity should be 0.3, so it is not taking too much attention. That seems fine for now. We can change the font family and all those things to make it beautiful. What is the next thing? If we go to here, we have another section that is a shared section. Go to the HTML, create another section, call it shared, that is the class name. Within this, first we have an article, give it shared title title. What we have over here, first it's a p element, that is shrd shared. Then we have the share, what is that thing, that is the add, this icon. That's sufficient. After this article we need to add a few more articles. TICL article, let's give it a class of shared icon. That's fine. What is the first icon? That should be a bolt. So instead of add, I will add a bolt. Then we need to add a p element, call it boost. I will just duplicate this article instead of copying, writing it again. Here we need attachment again, add here. That's AWT, that's fine. Think we are done with this section as well. Let's style this section as well. We can add the CSS comments as well to make it beautiful. Dot shared display flex. Let's go to the file. That seems to be working, but it should be its direction. Flex direction should be column top to bottom. First is shared TITL title display flex again. Now that will be like this. We need to distribute this or put the text around the whole body. For that purpose we will do space between, and that's working. Also the whole shared thing should have a margin at the top of around 16 pixels. That seems fine. Now we need to style the, what is the class name of these icons? These are shared icon, shared ICON icon, again display flex. That's fine. Align items to the center, they should be aligned to each other like this. That's fine. That's fine. But these shared icons, within shared icons, whatever is the p element, it should have a margin to the left side of around 18 or 16 pixels, so they are spaced nicely. That's fine for now. Next, what we need to do, we have this thing. Oh, the text is aligned to the extreme edge. For that purpose, shared icon, what we need to do, justify the content, space between. Let's see if that works. Go to the page again, and that's working. Have we given it the right name? Boost and attachment. Yeah, that's fine, not a problem. Also, these pay elements should have a margin at the right side, so they are not going to the extreme edge, about 14 pixels. 12 should work. That's fine. Go with it. Go with it. I can adjust the font size and icon size later on. What is the next thing that we need to do? We need to add another section, that is the SECTI section dot projects. Projects. Is it projects? Yes. Now within the projects, first we need to create some sections. First, a P element for PROGECTS projects. Now an article for what? Article for these. Instead of an, okay, article is okay. Article dot box. Box is fine. That's fine. Let's create some divs. Div div. Give it a class of box1. Yeah, not a problem. Within this, what we need to have, we need to have some text and a span for the box, span dot green. Yeah, that's okay. Then another span for the name, PUSINEWS. That's the name. I think no, it is personal. Just duplicate this. Is PUSINEWS business travel. This should be blue. This should be ORANG, orange. Should be 2, 3. Let's style it now. It's projects and box. Like this. Dot PROGECTS projects. You can use flex a lot. Display, no, not inline. It should be flex. The flex direction should be column. LEX flex. What is the direction? Okay, I have not added the semicolons. Flex direction should be column. Let's go to the box again. What's the thing with this? Display flex. Yes, that's fine. Flex. How about its direction? Flex direction should be column. And the justify content, flex dot. That's fine. Now what we have, box 123 dot box 1. Is it so? Nah, it is, call it green. Background color should be green. Padding should be 4 pixels. Border radius should be 4 pixels. Let's see what happens now. Now over here, that's becoming huge. Why? What is the problem? Box. Display flex column. Okay, give it some breadth and height. Maybe that should work. Width of 14 pixels. Height of 14 pixels. Projects. Display flex. What's the problem now? Why it is not taking the values? Box 1 green, box 1 green. Let me try this. Box 1 display flex. That's working. Yes. Why the text is so small within the box 1? We have a span, but it is not. Let's make it P. I will keep it span. Within box 1, font size should be 2 ems. That's too big. 1 em 1 m is okay. Yeah, it's okay. How about 1.2 m? Just go with it. Green, just like the green, style the others as well. We can make the slight adjustments later on. Make it blue, orange, orange. Change the color as well. It should be a bluish tone. That's a purplish tone. Yeah, that's fine. Here it should be orangish. Not very. Yeah, this is fine. Again, we need to adjust the values. What is the problem right now? We have to give them individual display flags. Box 1, 2, 3. You have to write a lot of CSS to make things. What is the container of these things? That is the box. It should have a margin at the top, about 16 pixels. Oh, that seems fine. Also, the individual elements within the box, give them margin at the bottom of 12 pixels. That's huge value. Make it 8 maybe. That's fine. Just copy this line and put this on the others as well. I think the video is getting very long, but you have got the idea how to do this thing. Also, the project title, the whole project should have a margin at the top, margin top of 16 pixels. That's fine. Projects dot project projects first child. Let's see if this works. Font size 1.2 ems. Yeah, that has worked. It has selected the p element of this thing. Now what we are done with this, but it is not that clean. Not a problem. Now we need to add this icon at the bottom. Have we created it already? It should be within this only. Now let's create another article. Call it add. Just no, not that. Add this icon and a p element. What is the name? Add new projects. The thing is, here I have used the Roboto font, but here I'm just using the default font, so there is a little difference, but not a problem. Why the whole font is becoming very small? Font size should be 1 m, 1.2 ems. That's fine. Now we have added another element, that is add. It should be displayed as flex. Justify content, space between. How is it working? The add is not working fine. What's the problem? Add. Yes. Now that's fine. The add, within the add, whatever is the span, that's the icon, it should have a border of 1 pixel, solid black, border radius of 2 pixels, padding of 4 pixels. Let's see if this works. That's fine, but the border radius should be more. How about 6 pixels? That's fine. I can increase the padding to around 6 pixels. That makes sense. Just add one more line over here, that is align items to the center, and that should do it. That's fine. We can change the color values and all those things. Now we have another section, that is for the settings. Create this section after the last section. section dot se settings. Within this, what we have two icons and text. Let's create the article. Article article dot setting. What we need now, we need to add the setting icon. It is the icon, and we need to add a p element, call it settings. Just duplicate this like this. We'll give it UWP or support, or I could just make it settings as well, not a problem. Just keep it like this, but here add SU support. I hope this is the icon name. That's fine. Now what we need to do, we need to style it. The whole section's name is settings, then they are setting. Settings, what should it be? Display as flex. Flex direction should be column. What else? Margin at the top of around 16 pixels. How about 18 pixels? Now as the setting, that is the individual sections or articles, display flex again, and that has worked. Just one more value, that is the align items to the center. If I reload it now, that seems to be working. Now within the setting, whatever p element we have, it should have a margin to the left of around 16 pixels, so they have enough breathing space. That seems to be working, but the whole section, it should have a bigger margin at the top. Add margin at the top of around 20 pixels. Seems to be working. Now I just disturbed a different thing which I had not to do. Seems to be working. Now what we need to do, we have to add another horizontal bar below this section. Just write HR, that should do it. Just give it the settings should have a padding at the bottom of around 20 pixels. Yeah, it seems to work. Seems so. Now what we need to do is we need to create another section for the profile, but I think you have got the idea. Even if I stop over here, section section dot prof, you should be able to create this by yourself. It's not a big deal, but let me try to finish it. What we need to do is article dot rof profile left profile left. What we have over here, an img tag, add the image. Here is the image, img. Image is huge, so I will add a width of around 50 pixels. That's fine. Now what else? We have another div inside it, that is the names. That's fine. Call it a p yash p yash at yash. Oh, that seems to work. Within profile left, now we have to, what we have to add, just the icon. This is unfold more. What is that icon? That's enough. Here is that icon. I will just load the page again, how it's looking like now. So we have profile left dot profile display flex. Let's see if it works. How should it be? The flex direction should be row. Now let's style the image within PRO file, whatever IMG we have, that is the photo. Its border radius should be 50 pixels px, so it becomes rounded, still very big. Width should be 50 pixels, height same value, background size to be cover. How about contain? Whatever, it's okay, but 50 is a huge value. 40 seems to work, yes. But we have profile left. Now we need to style this. PRO file left left, display, again the flex. Does that work? Yes. Align items to the center. That works. What we have now within the PRO profile left, whatever div we have, it should have a margin to the left of 20 pixels. That seems to work. What is not working now is the icon. So within the whole profile, yes, what should be there? Justify content, space between. That seems to work. Also, align items in the center. Why the icon is not loading? The icon has loaded. Now we can give the whole thing a margin at the top of 30 pixels. It is increasing its size automatically. How about 50 pixels? Yeah, I think we have done it very much. We can do all the adjustments to make it smaller, to make it clean, but you have got the idea how to do this. You have got the bigger picture. This seems to work. We can do a lot of adjustments later on. Thank you. I hope it was of some help to you. Thank you.